Hi, David Eastoe from Petaltone Essences. Today we're talking about sensitivity, aura protection, and psychic intrusions, psychic attack, things like this, and empathic, people being empathic to energies around you. This is a wide subject, and I've just published a book available on Kindle or Amazon Kindle, and also from on request from the Petaltone UK website. And the book is entitled Psychic Attack, What Can I Do? And that is a guide which overviews this very large subject and tries to put some clarity there and offers a few possible solutions that might be helpful. But this video, the idea is to introduce the subject more widely. So the story is that many people don't feel anything about their environment or where they live, the energies around them, until something really extreme happens. Maybe they go into some building and it's suddenly they get this gut feeling, oh, that isn't very good, or it's not very nice here, or maybe somewhere very beautiful, oh, it's a really lovely feeling. For the everyday perception of these things, that is as far as it goes. But for very many people, and if you're interested in petal tones, then you probably are more sensitive than the average person. So therefore, you are sensitive to energies all around you all the time, perhaps, in varying degrees. Now, this sensitivity is a two-edged thing. It can be very good to be that sensitive, but it can also be a little bit daunting when you feel overwhelmed at all by this. So what can we do, and how can we understand what is really quite a major thing? Well, Petaltones does offer essences to clear your energy, to clear your space, and also offers essences for aura protection, which help to build a kind of shielding around your aura that then prevents or lessens or totally prevents some of these intrusions from getting in. Now, being sensitive to energies around you can be to energies of place. It can also be to other people and the energies of people's emotions. And also within the aura of people, there are various energies that live, the thought forms, the entities, and other things that are there. Some people are very vulnerable to these. And if you are thinking of becoming or have become recently a healer, therapist, or in any way working with clients, you will encounter this every day when you work with your clients. They will have some energies around them that are not particularly good ones or not nice ones. And you will have to find a way of dealing with those, because otherwise you will be vulnerable to receiving them into your own energy field. And you do not want to be doing that. You don't want to be taking on. None of us want to be taking on the energies around us without choosing that. So what we have to do is develop some kind of shielding and some kind of choice mechanism where we can say, if, for example, we're sitting under a beautiful tree in a beautiful bit of nature, we might want to open our energies right up so that we can receive the rays of sun and the lovely energies of the woodland, and etc. However, if we are on public transport or working with a client who has a lot of depression, something like this, our energies do not want to be receiving all this negative or harmful energy. So we have to have a mechanism for being able to do this work, or being able to be on the public transport, but not being a victim to the energies coming in. Now, the petal tones can help a bit because we have aura protection, as I say. There's a lot of aura protection essences we offer, and these do help to build a resilience, to build a shielding around your aura, to keep stuff out. And also the clearing essences help to clear the stuff out as well. And of course you can clear your room and your home and your workspace as much as possible so that you lessen the effects of these things. Now, there's very good videos available on the Petaltone UK website information page. There's links to all these on YouTube, which tell you how to use these aura protection and how to use these essences to clear your space and keep your aura protected. So I would refer you to those. I would refer you to the book Psychic Attack, What Can I Do? If you're the sort of person who feels that you have intrusions coming into you that are even perhaps malicious or deliberate, and there are people who deliberately intrude into other people's energies to steal energy or to interfere, and this kind of thing is very unpleasant. It is possible to keep that out as well. So there's quite a few things there. But generally speaking, we encourage people to develop a sense of their aura boundaries because like with your apartment or your house, your home, you have walls and you have a ceiling, floor, walls, windows let in the light, but they keep out other things. Doorway, the door, you keep it closed at night and locked, so other people can't just wander in off the street. It is necessary to do the same thing with your aura. It is necessary to have it so that when you want, you can be open, and when you want, you can be closed. If you do not have control over that to some extent, then you will likely to become a victim of whatever the energy is that you are surrounded by. Now, there is another problem which I'm going to do a separate video on, the EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies. A lot of people becoming more and more sensitive to Wi-Fi, to these other kinds of things, mobile phone, mass transmitters and so on. There's a lot of that around, and all of that can disrupt the sensitive person, and it's very, very difficult for a sensitive person to live in the modern world. I also would like to refer you to the marvellous work of the English author Judy Hall, who has written a lot of books about how to use crystals, rocks and minerals to protect yourself from these kinds of things in conjunction with petaltones. For example, there's one I'd like to draw your attention to called shungite. Now this is shungite. It's a very deep black. There's a couple of rough pieces of it. It's very easy to get. It's not expensive to get hold of this. Now if you use that and you place some Z14, now as Z14, we've shown you that you offer it to Archangel Michael and then you place it on the floor. But you can also offer it to Archangel Michael and place it on a drop of shungite, place a drop or two on a piece of shungite or two. That creates quite a powerful energy field of protection. And I'm going to use that here. The other one we also have here, this is labradorite, and it's in its rough form. It's not polished, it's labradorite as it comes, just a big fist-sized chunk. You could also use a large number of small pieces, just rough, just in a bowl or something. And again, we're going to offer this up. Then we're going to place a few drops of the Z14 on it. This becomes this generates a powerful protective energy shielding. Now you could try placing a grid of this around your room, like different pieces in some form of grid format. Judy Hall does write books about this kind of thing. It's worth checking that out because it's very useful. The combination of petaltones with the rocks and crystals becomes even more strong, even more usable, even more effective. It's not just Z14, you can use any of the protection essences, work quite interestingly well with these rocks. You can use the power shield, for example, is an obvious one, and there are people who would normally not be able to use a computer at all because of the EMF energies of it, but if they have a piece of raw labradorite and put some power shield on it, then they can sit there and use it just fine. So there's various things we can do. Obviously this is just a very brief introduction here. It's intended to lead you into maybe making further inquiries for yourself, reading the books that are available from ourselves and from other people, and looking into what can be done to try and improve your relationship with the energy environment around you. Okay, thank you.